Let's go. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you've been having a really great week so far. Okay. You at the weekend. So for my people who are off of work on the weekend, I know you probably already decompressing, getting yourself together. It's all good. Glad to have you. Come on in. Come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are ready to get to it today. What we're going to do is put everything together, okay? So we should, by the end of this live stream, if you have not been here, okay, you're going to be able to get a recap of what we've talked about, the things that we've covered, and you should be in the position at the end of this live stream to move and position yourself from possibly having a gambling mentality or habit, right? When it comes to investing, Marcelo, welcome in. Happy Friday. So you should be able to move from that to I'm thinking like an investor, because every single time that I'm considering buying anything in the market, whether it's cryptocurrency or not, I have a system. Systems work. Having a system work. It saves us money. It saves us time. Even though it may take us some time to get started with doing it, it still saves us time in the long run. Okay. So that's what we're going to get into on today. We're going to put everything together that we've been talking about for the past pretty much 2 weeks. Okay. B-Talk, welcome in. Happy Friday. So as you all are coming in, I want you to, for one, tap the screen for y'all on TikTok. Tap it up. Okay, share if you're comfortable with sharing, because you've been here before. You know that's what we do as battle buddies. We look out for each other. Sharing is one of the ways for us to look out for one another, because we want people to continue to provide information. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he would wait until I go live to start bumping into stuff and playing and everything. Number two, okay, is commenting. Come in, comment. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Put your city, put your state, put your country if you're not in the United States, okay? For my people on YouTube, give the thumbs up, okay? Immediately when you're coming on. Hey, Neuropathic, welcome in. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. Happy Friday. And for that heart, me too. I appreciate you. Welcome in. We want to make sure that more people get access to this. So the more you like, the more you give the thumbs up on YouTube, the more you comment, the more you share, the more you repost on TikTok. Okay, the more you do those things, the more likely TikTok and YouTube is going to send out this live stream to other individuals, so that way more people can get the same information that you're getting today. Okay, so we have been doing quite a bit over the past 2 weeks. Okay, we've been doing quite a bit over the past 2 weeks. We have a whole system. So I want you to imagine, today's Friday, right? So I want you to imagine waking up on Monday morning. Okay, we're in a new month. We're in the month of August. You wake up and you see that there's a headline that says Bitcoin falls 12% overnight. Herman, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay. The question is, what do you do? Do you panic when you read that type of headline? Okay. Now, I just want you to think. You just woke up. It's Monday morning. We're in the new month of August, right? All about our man, it went away. Sin, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay. Thank you so very much. Hey, even though I can't sing, I appreciate it, Neuropathic. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? All about living. Welcome in. Happy Friday. I see you. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Gigi. What's up, Miss Gigi? I hope you're doing well. She here on time. She said, I ain't missing not now minute. Not a damn one. Akbar, welcome in. Happy Friday. So what I was saying was, no, Nicholas, it blocked it, but no, this is not about crypto is gambling. I said that our investing strategy is better than having a crypto gambling mentality. Now, I can't put too much because TikTok limits how many how many characters you can put. So it's okay. It's okay. I know it's okay, Miss Gigi, but you here. We good. We good. So yeah. So I want you to imagine that you waking up, it's Monday morning, and you see the headline that Bitcoin falls 12% overnight. All right. Do you panic? Type panic in the chat. Do you buy? Type buy in the chat. Do you sell? Type sell in the chat. Okay. Or would you know exactly what to do next? Like, do you know what your next move is? What is that? Okay. I want you to type these things in the chat, because tonight what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the complete investing process that Prosperity Calls, me, Leona, okay, has been talking about for the past 2 weeks. So that way, when you see things, your mentality, if it is more heavily focused on gambling because you like to play the numbers, you like to do lotto, you like to go to the casinos and stuff, you don't take that same type of mentality nor habit into investing in the crypto space. Okay, because we have a system. Everybody got it? Type the word system in the chat if you are ready to have your own investing system when it comes to cryptocurrency. So you know what signals tell you to buy, what signals tell you to sell, and what signals tell you, you know what, maybe I should be holding right now. I don't do anything. I'm going to sit on my hands, like Bear Market Bully said, right? Because we are not gamblers. We use strategy. We don't run off of emotions. We don't run off of I think. Okay? We use data. We use historical data to help us to make informed decisions on how we're going to move forward with our money. Okay? So I want to say welcome back to all my bad buddies out there. I see you. Phoenix Rising is here. Miss Gigi is here. Neuropathic came through. I appreciate y'all, the ones that are repeat that come in. Welcome in, y'all. Do me a favor, keep tapping the screen, y'all. Tap the screen. We need to get the likes going. Share, repost, comment, all those good things. Okay. So over the last 4 episodes, what we've done is we've built a bit of something, right? We built this system. So the first episode, what we did, or the first session, we learned that every headline is not a buy or sell signal. This is a bit of a recap for the people who haven't been here, okay? We learned that every headline is not a buy or sell signal. The second live stream that we did, we learned how to separate the facts from opinions when we read these headlines. Comedian Gary, welcome in. Happy Friday. Episode 3, session 3, we built our Prosperity Calls investor dashboard. Thank you so very much, Phoenix Rising. I appreciate you. Y'all give me, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all making me feel like I'm doing good today. I came through today. You know, thank y'all. I appreciate it. But so we built our investor dashboard, right? And we learned what actually moves Bitcoin. So it's no longer us guessing or assuming, okay? And we're not sitting here moving like gamblers who just say, oh, well, you know, no. We know because we're using facts, right? Joe, thank you so very much for liking the live and welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay. And then on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, what we did was we learned that patience is an investment decision. Okay. So doing nothing at that time based on the information we have is actually a decision. Okay. That is a form of us executing. Thank you so very much, Phoenix Rising, for putting that in there to tell everybody to tap it up. Y'all help Phoenix Rising out by tapping the screen. I see y'all in here, and then also share and repost as well. I'm going to share again as well. All right, so tonight what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much use everything together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually look for a recent headline, okay? And then we're going to go through the whole process tonight. And we'll talk about what we're going to go over starting next week, which brings us into the month of August, because we're going to talk about something else, something that more than likely you want to talk about, or you talked about, but you haven't talked about it the way I've talked about it. Okay. So if you're just beginning your investing journey here in the crypto space, all right, I want you to download that free crypto beginner checklist. It's located in the bio over here on TikTok. It's in the description box over there on YouTube. Okay. The purpose of this checklist is to help you avoid those common beginner mistakes before you invest your money into this space or invest any more money into this space. All right. So again, link is in the bio and it's in the description box on YouTube. Now, let's go. Since I'm on YouTube, since I'm on TikTok, we're going to talk about it. Okay. There have been times where we have received too much information in one sitting. How many times have you scrolled and got on YouTube, got on TikTok, and someone was talking about something that you were interested in? You were straight up new about it, right? You were new to it. It's the first time you really hearing about it, but you were really curious about it. And it's just information overload, right? Then when you get off of that live stream or you stop watching that video, right? Then you see she said was the last YouTube webinar still available? That was good. I took it down. I gave people 48 hours to watch. So they're gonna have to wait until the next one. Sis, they're gonna have to wait till the next one. But thank you for letting them know. That's right. That's why we gotta stay connected, y'all. Gotta stay connected. So yeah. So I see you, Brian. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So yeah, so sometimes you get on and you hear all this information and you're like, oh my gosh, it's too much. RTC, I see you. Right? Then you start, doing some reading and you see these articles pop up. So now this article talking about some stuff. You're like, oh my gosh, here we go. And then by the end of all of that, watching the video on YouTube or TikTok or the live stream, then reading the articles, right? The headlines and reading the whole article. Now you feel more confused than when you started. Than when you opened up that app. Then now you're sitting here, CD, I see you, welcome in. So now you're sitting here more confused, frustrated, all kind of stuff. After doing all of that, right? We've got Miss Gigi say, yes, exactly. I've been there too. That's the reason why I'm bringing it up. So you're not by yourself. If you don't feel comfortable typing, it's okay. Noel, welcome in. Happy Friday, right? But a lot of beginners don't need more information. I wish I understood this earlier on in my journey as an investor, period, but definitely in crypto. I needed a better process. And I'm pretty sure if you're watching me right now, it's because you feel like I need a better process. Okay? If you feel like you need a better process, go ahead and type me in the chat real quick. If you feel like you need a better process to help you to decipher all of this information, drown out the noise, the distracting stuff, and be able to take the facts so that way you can make an informed decision on how you're going to invest your money in this space, I want you to type me in the chat. Okay? I see Miss Gigi. I see you. Yes, I see you. Right? So that's what this is all about. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm actually going to pull up a headline, okay? A recent one, something that came out, Surviving I Swim. Welcome in. Happy Friday. I'm going to pull up a recent headline, okay? And then we're going to walk through it. We're going to read it together. All right? So I'm going to pull y'all over here. Info, I see you. Welcome in. I'm going to pull y'all over here so that way y'all can see it and read it with me together, and then this way we can all go to it. So I'm going to go to CoinDesk because that's one of my favorite ones to go to, okay? When they talk about crypto news, and then let's see what comes up. So let me share my screen for y'all here on YouTube so that way y'all can see. This is what I'm looking at, and then I'm going to bring it over here, and then if y'all see something that jump out to you, boom, okay? King James said 2026 bear market, 2027 accumulation, 2028 position yourself. 2029 bull market. Actually, you should be positioning yourself right now, but I appreciate you, King James. Um, we actually gonna get you jumped into it, but that's some stuff that we're gonna be talking about for the month of August. Okay, so y'all should be able to see this right now on YouTube, and I'm about to turn this around. And what pops out to y'all? Let's see. Does anything pop out to you on here? So we see that Bitcoin holds monthly gain, faces choppy August, is forced selling exhausted. No, that's not really something that jump out to me, right? Anything jump out to y'all? King James, thank you for the follow story. I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Do y'all see anything? Major Bitcoin wallet flaw drains 38 million worth of BTC in 25-minute sweep. What is this? What is this? Let's see what this is. Okay. So we're on CoinDesk.com for my people who don't know. Okay. So the headline says major Bitcoin wallet flaw drains 38 million worth of BTC in 25-minute sweep. Oh, well, can you see it now? Phoenix Rising? I know it's pretty hard. Yeah, I see them. Them eyeballs. That my eyeballs went to that like, hold up, wait a minute, what's this? So it says a hardware wallet randomness bug turned impossible to guess, seeds into guessable ones. Interesting. And 38 million is already gone. Anybody read this? Anybody seen this before? Mighty One, welcome in. Happy Friday. It's my first time seeing this. So it's called the Cold Card. Cold Card. Okay, so pretty much the summary says an attacker exploited a flaw in how some Cold Card hardware wallets generate. Well, first of all, I've never heard of a Cold Card storage, huh? Cold Card. Okay. But it says roughly 594 Bitcoin worth 38 million was swept out of around 500 separate wallets between 131 and 156 on Friday in an attack traced to a flaw in how Cold Card hardware wallets generated their keys. Hey, listen, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Now, just looking at this, what would you think happens in the market when people read that 38 million Bitcoin has been yanked out of people's wallets? Type it in the chat for me. King Anthony, welcome in. Happy Friday. What do you think happens in the market? Okay, if anything. All right, what do you think happens in the market, if anything, when people read these type of headlines? And let me move it back up here. Okay. Says sell, fear. Okay. Fear. Yep, there's fear, right? So here's how we're going to walk through this. We got to make sure that we take the facts and discard opinion. Okay. The fact of the matter is, yep, panic, yep. The fact of the matter is, right, that there was Bitcoin that was taken out of hard wallets, okay, out of these private wallets, okay. That is a fact. We are well aware of that. Every drain wallet was single signature and held more than 0.15 BTC. Many had been dormant for years, and the coins spanned 2021 to 2026, matching the flaw's age almost exactly. Cold Card is a hardware wallet, built by Canadian firm CoinKite, a small standalone device that stores Bitcoin keys offline away from the internet connected. So this is out of Canada. So again, the more we read the fact, okay? So my husband was talking about tangent, but right here is saying that Cold Card is a hardware wallet built by Canadian firm CoinKite. Now I want to see if it says any specific ones, if anyone is tied to it outside of what this just said. Cold Cars firmware was not doing that according to, see, yep, key generation quietly failed through a basic software substitute seeded from the chip serial. Okay. So what I'm not seeing, Bitcoin traded above 64,000 in early with widespread drain appearing to have little impact on the market. Okay, so the fact was that there were wallets that lost $38 million worth of Bitcoin. Okay, there was a flaw with this particular wallet. Okay, that's the fact. We're not gonna assume. Y'all keep tapping the screen. Y'all keep tapping the screen. I've been here for 20 minutes. We should definitely be past 1K, y'all. We should definitely be past 1K. Let me see if I could do something. Hold on. Let me see if I could do something. How do I? Let's see. Use this. I'm trying to figure out how to put it on here. There we go. Boom. All right. Let's go. So the fact was that the wallets were drained of BTC. That's the fact. That's it. That's all. Okay. So now that we have the facts, we read it. We're not going to assume. Okay. We read what we needed to read. We have the information. Now we're going to identify, is this fact from that particular headline in that article? Is it opinion? Is it expectation? And has anything fundamentally changed within the crypto space, specifically with Bitcoin as a whole? Okay. So based on what we just read, is it a fact, Wealthy VIP, that there was $38 million worth of Bitcoin yanked out of those wallets? Is that a fact? Yes or no in the chat. Donna, welcome in. Happy Friday. Exactly. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, we already said it's a fact, so we're not going to go into opinion. All right. Has anything fundamentally changed with Bitcoin as a whole because of that particular hack? Yes or no in the chat. Has anything changed with Bitcoin as a whole? Not talking about price. I'm talking about Bitcoin functionality, blockchain technology. Has anything changed with Bitcoin as a whole based on that particular situation in that headline? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no in the chat? I see you. Welcome in. The name went so fast, so I'm sorry I couldn't say your name. Okay? Yes or no in the chat? Did Bitcoin as a whole, right? Exactly. We moving on, right? Nothing's changed. Cool. So now that we know that, this is the first step, y'all, to our system. Okay, A Hill, welcome in. Happy Friday. This is the first step to our system. All right. Well, yeah, this is the first step. We read the headline. Now we pause for the cause. Okay. And we ask questions. Fact, fiction, expectation. Has anything changed as a whole? Right. Now we're going to move into our dashboard. So this is where we go and look at those 5 things. Okay. We're going to look at the US dollar index. We're going to look at the I said the DXY. That's the US dollar index. So we're going to look at the DXY. We're going to look at the treasury yield, 10-year treasury yield. We're going to look at the NASDAQ, specifically QQQ. We're going to look at NVIDIA, and then we're going to look at the Bitcoin ETF flow. Bobby, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. That's what we're about to do. So now we've seen the headline. Okay. We got fact, opinion, expectation, Now, let's go through our process looking at our dashboard, okay? because we put everything together. Everything you've learned, if you've been here for the past 2 weeks, everything you've learned for the past 2 weeks, you're gonna about to put it together. If you haven't been here for the past 2 weeks, it's okay. All right, it's okay. Guess what we're about to do? We're about to get you up to speed. Okay. So let me see if I can get this together. Okay, it's refreshing. So let's share, and then I'm gonna bring y'all over here on YouTube. I said on YouTube. On TikTok, I'm gonna bring y'all over here so that way y'all can see it. Okay. All right, let's go. Today is weird. What is going on with TikTok? Like the likes are low, the numbers are really, really low. I wonder if anybody else is experiencing this. This is weird. This is the lowest it's ever been. I'm still gonna keep going, y'all. I don't care that it's low, but it's just interesting that it's never been this low, which is weird. But it's all good. We're gonna keep it going. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to do my part. Because maybe if I share some more, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do my part. Okay. So let me bring this up here. Thank you for sharing, Miss Gigi. I appreciate you. Abu, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, let's go. So we're on the DXY. Let me move this out the way. And I'm going to move this out the way. Okay, so we're on the DXY. We're on tradingview.com up here in the corner, okay? DXY, this is the US dollar index. We're on the day time frame. So that means every one of these pretty candles that you see down here, these green and red candles, that represents one day of price moving either up, which is green, or down, which is red, okay? Dexter, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, green means price is going up. Red means price is going down, okay? Again, we're on the day time frame for the US dollar index, ticker symbol DXY, all right? And that website is tradingview.com, totally free. You do not have to pay for it unless you want to, okay? But you do not have to pay for it. So what we're going to do is look at the most recent day, which is Friday. And we want to see what is telling us. If the candle is green, that means that the dollar is considered to be strong. If the candle is red, that tells us that the dollar is weak for today. Got it? Green equals dollar is strong. Red equals dollar is weak. Everybody got it? Okay? Keep tapping the screen, y'all. Keep tapping the screen. And then if you haven't done so yet on TikTok, on YouTube, make sure that you give the thumbs up. All right? And then share as well as comment. Hit that notification bell on YouTube too if you haven't done so yet. So this is our latest candle. Look at right here. It says Friday, July 31st, 2026. So that means today. Okay? That means today. B1, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. All right? So this is telling us that the dollar is either strong or weak. I want you to type it in the chat. This candle tells us the dollar is strong or weak. Type strong if it's telling us the dollar is strong today. Type weak in the chat if it's telling us the dollar is weak today. Which one is it? Strong or weak? Where my cursor is circling. Strong or weak? I'm sorry, y'all on YouTube. I can't see your comments because I'm sharing my screen. So every time I share my screen, I can't see our comments. Kamaya, welcome in. Happy Friday. Strong or weak? Yes, ma'am. That is correct. So it is weak as of today. We're going to write that down. DXY equals weak. We want to track that for today, okay? We want to track that for today. Ariana, welcome in. Happy Friday. So now that we know that the dollar is weak today, all right, we're going to move on to the DXY. I said to the DXY. I keep doing that today. It's been one of them days. My husband almost burned down all the trees, the whole land. He done set the things on fire, the trees that he cut down. He put them in a pile and he lit them, to burn them down or whatever. And doggone, the wind got the blowing out there, man. And the man done say here about burn down our property. Good thing is it's 10 acres, so it's not like, but still. And he caught it in time, which was good to be able to make sure we didn't have all the trees, catching on fire and stuff, the ones that we wanted to keep anyway, because we got some pretty oak trees out there. So I said we're going to look at the 10-year treasury yield next, right? So listen, he about to cause a white. It's already, y'all, it's been 100 degrees each. We hit 100 degrees out here 2 or 3 times this week. And it was supposed to rain, so that's why he lit the fire, because it was supposed to rain this evening, but it didn't do it, and the wind just picked up, and so it spread the fire for that pile. And he was like, "But I gotta get back out here." I'm like, "Yes, please don't burn our stuff down. We ain't got to move out there yet, Jesus." Oh Lord, not 112. That is too hot. That's way too hot. Jesus. See, nah, I can't do it. That's that Middle East weather. And that real feel was probably like 120 or something. For real. So let's go. So now let's go back to our system. So we did the DXY. We already looked at the US dollar index. We saw that the dollar is showing us that it is weak today as of Friday, July 31st. Okay. So now we're going to look at the 10-year treasury. Now, why do we want to look at the 10-year treasury? Because what it's going to tell us is if the treasury goes up, okay? If the 10-year treasury goes up, then that's telling us that money may be a bit more expensive. So people will not be able to borrow as much or as frequently as they would if the treasury yield is down. Okay? So if it's up, that means money is a bit more expensive. If it's down compared to the previous day or days, then that means money is not as expensive, and investors may be more likely to take more risk because they will be able to borrow more. Everybody got it? So for my people who are new here, hopefully this is making sense, okay? So keep an eye on where we are today. So this was updated as of 5:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 4.74%. We're going to scroll down and we're going to go to historical quotes because we want to look at what it was yesterday and compare today to yesterday to see if it is up or down compared to yesterday. So now I'm going to scroll down and we see we have yesterday, the 30th. We're going to go over to where it says close, and it was at 4.67%. So yesterday was 4.67%. Today is 4.74%. So are we seeing that money is more expensive or it is less expensive? Okay, it's up, right? So that means money is a bit more expensive, which tells us that we may not see money flow as frequently, okay, as it would have in the past. That's right. I see y'all. TY, welcome in. Happy Friday. That's good. Okay, so now that we know that, all right, mental note or write it down. The dollar we just saw is down. So that means the dollar is weak for today. Cool. Now the 10-year treasury, we see that is up. So money is going to be a bit more expensive, and investors may not be able to borrow as much, which means for them, they may not take as much risk with their money. Everybody got it? Okay? So we're going to put 10-year treasury up. All right. So now we're going to go back to the charts. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, and then we're going to go back to the charts. And the next thing we're going to look at, y'all, is if you're oh shoot. The next thing we're going to look at here is, where's it at? The NASDAQ, and that's going to be specifically, we're going to look at QQQ. Okay. So we've looked at two things already. We have the NASDAQ, QQQ up next. And the reason we want to look at this is because QQQ represents the major technology companies. And more than likely, if it is up, that means that people are taking the risk with technology. So that's good for us when it comes to crypto investing, right? If it's down, then that tells us that people are possibly reducing their position, so they're not going to be as risk heavy at this moment. Okay? That doesn't mean that you just jump ship on technology altogether. It just means today, okay, people are not as heavy with taking the risk. All right, so we're on QQQ using tradingview.com is our guide. You can pay for it, not pay for it, totally up to you. Okay, you can do all the stuff that I'm doing right now for free. All right, on tradingview.com. So we're on QQQ, and this is the day time frame. Okay, day time frame. Welcome in, Angela. Happy Friday. Okay, so QQQ, day time frame. Remember, for my people who do not know, each one of these pretty candles represents price moving either up or down. So this means green tells us that price is moving up. People are taking the risk when it comes to technology for today. When the candles are red, that means price is going down. People are not as risky. They may be selling some of their positions, okay? They may be reducing their exposure to technology at this moment for one reason or another. Everybody got it? So when I show you the current candle, I'm going to ask you, is risk on or off based on the color of the candle? If it is green, risk is on for the day. If it is red, risk is off for the day. Everybody got it? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you got it. Thumbs up in the chat if you got it. Man, Myth Legend, thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Ramsey, my bad. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Ty, I see you. Gave me the thumbs up. Okay, let's run it. So again, green candle means risk is on for today for QQQ. Red candle means risk is off for today for QQQ. I see you, Phoenix Rising. Awesome. So this is our current candle. This says Friday, July 31st, 2026. Okay. Did you soup as what happens if it's a small candle? That tells us, especially if it looks like something like this, like this, like this. Okay. That means that price is opening and closing near each other. So there's a bit of indecision in the market. Okay. So I just mark that down as indecision. And more than likely, it's going to be mixed signals when we get to the next part of this. Okay. But yep. So small candle is a bit of indecision. All right. But that's not where we at, because look at what we got here. This is all right. This is an all right body. But is risk on or off as it pertains to QQQ by this candle that I'm circling? Risk on or off? Type it in the chat for me. Risk on or risk off? Type it in the chat for me. Phoenix Rising, type off. Ty, type off. I see you. Right? Miss Shakima, welcome in. I see what you put. Did you soup? But for whatever reason, TikTok blocked it. Gigi, I got you. Said off. Y'all are correct. So now we have three things. Number one, we looked at the US dollar index. It showed us that today the dollar was weak. We looked at the 10-year treasury. That told us that money is a bit more expensive. So we put 10-year treasury equals up. Right? Thank you, Phoenix Rising. And now, with us looking at QQQ, risk is off. Okay? The NASDAQ is down. Risk is off as of today, Friday, July 31st, 2026. Everybody got it? So I want you to either write these three down that Phoenix Rising put in the chat or take a mental note, because this is going to help you with the next phase that we're going to go into. The next step, I should say. Roliento, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, so next we're gonna go look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA. So why do we look at NVIDIA, or why does Leona look at NVIDIA? Okay, because not everybody look at NVIDIA before opening up a Bitcoin chart. Leona does, because this is kind of like my guide, or it helps me to get an idea of how people are feeling about AI. Okay. If you didn't know, when it comes to AI and crypto are part of that same pool of money. AI is super risky right now because it's new. It's pretty new, right? It's not as new as people think it is, but it's still pretty new, right? So when things are pretty new for people to invest in, guess what? That comes with a much greater risk as an investor. So if it's a higher risk, and we all know that crypto is a high risk investment, and they're both vying for that pool of money that's flowing out there, right? Then we should see how people are feeling about AI. If people are still excited about AI, money is still flowing in AI, then guess what? We may still see money flowing into cryptocurrency as well, right? If people are not as excited, not as enthusiastic, not really talking about AI as much, there's a lot of pushback with these data centers, as it should be. But anyway, if we're seeing these things and it's negative for AI, then we may see NVIDIA as an example. We may see NVIDIA start to pull back a bit. Okay. So that's why we're looking at NVIDIA on the day time frame. I don't know what that is. Dope, go crazy. So we're looking at NVIDIA. This is the ticker symbol on TradingView, which is a free website for my people who just joined. We're on the day time frame for my people who just joined. Friendly reminder, each one of these candles represents 1 day of price moving up or down. Okay? Up or down. So that means that green represents price moving up. Red represents price moving down. Okay. So when we're talking about NVIDIA and looking at this as one of our, like a barometer for AI, okay, AI excitement or disappointment or frustration or whatever it may be when it comes to AI, right? This is telling us price going up. People are still excited about AI. Okay, cool. If it's going down, there may be something going on. Not saying that people are just throwing it away, but there may be something going on. Okay. I don't know what NBI. Okay, you saying NBIS is the ticker symbol on TradingView. I don't know what NBIS is though. What company is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, so now let's go. So since we know why we're looking at NVIDIA, what question it answers for us, we know that green tells us that people are still into AI, they're still excited. Red means that, nope, we might be pushing pause a little bit. There's something going on, okay? We might be reducing our positions a bit. It's okay, but we might be reducing our positions a bit. When I show you this candle, and I start circling it, I want you to tell me if NVIDIA is up or down. Okay, up or down. Let's go. So this is the current candle. This says July 31st, 2026. Okay, July 31st, 2026. So are we up or down on NVIDIA for today? Okay, up or down? Phoenix Rising got you. Okay, TY got you. All right, I see y'all. So yes, green is up. So we're going to put next to NVIDIA up. Okay, so now we know that the DXY is down. Treasury yield, 10-year treasury yield is up. QQQ is down. NVIDIA is up. Everybody got it? Okay, if y'all got it, give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat, and then we're going to move on to the Bitcoin ETF, which is our last indicator that we are looking at before we even consider opening up the chart for Bitcoin. Okay. All right, Miss Gigi say, I'm good. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to move on. Let's look at these Bitcoin ETF flows. see what's going on with these institutional investors. See if they gonna, put some money in this thing or they pulling it out. What's the word? Ooh. That was the first thing I saw. Oh my gosh. MWX on YouTube. Yes, you will be able to watch this later. Absolutely. This will stay up. And if y'all are on TikTok and you cannot stay the whole time, you can always watch the replay of these live streams on on YouTube. That's Prosperity Calls on YouTube, okay? Prosperity Calls on YouTube. You can always watch the replays of this, so you can rewind, fast forward, all that good stuff. All right, let's go. So we are on coinglass.com/ETF/Bitcoin. Okay. This is where we're looking at the Bitcoin ETF flows. Y'all, you can look at Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Hype. There's another one that I used to use quite frequently. It was Bitbo, but for whatever reason, Bitbo was getting really slow about updating the ETF flows for today. Welcome in, Kenneth. Happy Friday. So they got real slow about updating it, so I just started moving over to CoinGlass. Okay, so that's coinglass.com/ETF/Bitcoin. Okay, so we're looking at that. Vibes, welcome in. Happy Friday. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to scroll down here, and this is today, July 31st, 2026. I'm going to go all the way over to the right. Before I do that for y'all on TikTok, okay? I know y'all can see it on YouTube already, but I want to say this for the people on TikTok. Listen, y'all, if it's red, that means that institutional investors are pulling out of their Bitcoin positions, okay? That doesn't mean that Bitcoin is crashing, okay? That just means that people are reducing their exposure right now to Bitcoin for one reason or another. If it is green, if the number in the total column for today is green, then that means that institutional investors are putting their money into Bitcoin. Okay? So they're still excited. They're upping their position and access and exposure to Bitcoin at that time if the number is green. Everybody got it? So that way it's not a question of when I show you. So when I show you this, if it's red, you're going to say negative in the chat. If it's green, you're going to say positive in the chat. Got it? Elasto, welcome in. I see you. Happy Friday. So this is today. All right. So we see red, red, red. These haven't been updated yet. But here's the total. Everybody see the total? Right here. It says 1.36. It is red. So for today, are we positive or negative for Bitcoin ETF flows? Type positive in the chat if it's positive. Type negative in the chat if it's negative. Right here, where my cursor is circling. Are we positive for Bitcoin ETF flows? Type positive. If it's negative, type negative in the chat. Okay? I see you. Yes, that's right. Y'all are absolutely correct. Okay? So this is the next note, y'all. Okay? I need you to write out or keep in mind that Bitcoin ETF flows for today was negative. Got it? So I'm going to stop sharing. And we're going to go through all 5 of our indicators one more time. So that way everybody got it. And then I'm going to pull up the next thing that we do to help us. Okay? Thank you. Another one. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So Phoenix Rising, put it up here for everybody. Okay? On TikTok. I'm going to say it out loud for y'all on YouTube. Again, if you can't stay the whole time on TikTok, I am live right now on YouTube. It will be up for you to watch. Okay? Thank you for that, Harmony. I appreciate you. Another one. All right. So we went over the DXY. That's the US dollar index. We saw that it was down. Okay. That tells us the dollar is weak as of today. All right. We went to the 10-year treasury yield. We saw that that was up. Okay. That tells us money is a bit more expensive. People may not be able to borrow as much or as frequently as they have grown accustomed to in the past. Got it? 3, we went to the NASDAQ, specifically QQQ. That is down as of today. And we know that to show us if people are taking the risk in those growth assets, technology specifically, or if risk is off, okay? And they're reducing their exposure and their positions in technology. We went to NVIDIA after that, and we wanted to see how people are feeling about AI, right? Using NVIDIA as pretty much a barometer for us. We see that NVIDIA is up. Shout out to Phoenix Rising for putting it in here for us, okay? And then lastly, we see that the Bitcoin ETF flows is negative. So that means that institutional investors are taking their money out of Bitcoin for one reason or another. All right. Everybody got those 5 things either written down or you have the mental note because Phoenix Rising has put it on the screen in here for us on TikTok. Okay. All I did was pin it. Rosh, welcome in. Happy Friday. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see what type of environment we're walking into. Okay. Well, how do we know what type of environment we may be walking into before we even open up the Bitcoin chart to see what the price says? Because the price is one thing. What the chart looks like, meaning if it's massive move to the upside, massive move to the downside, or if it's moving sideways, each one of those things are going to tell us something. Okay. Username 1234. Hey, welcome in. Okay. So this is why we use the traffic light method to help us to identify the type of environment we are potentially walking into. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow this up for y'all on YouTube. So that way that's all you see. And now I'm going to show this to y'all. Okay. On TikTok. There we go. All right. So I'm going to do green, then red, then yellow, okay? It's going to make sense. So, Kimmich, welcome in. Happy Friday. So, if the environment is labeled green, okay, that tells us it is a high confidence environment. Y'all keep tapping the screen, share the live, hit the repost button on TikTok if you haven't done so yet. Doing all of those things, tell the algorithm that more people want to or should hear this information and y'all want it to go out. Okay, so share, repost, and continue to comment. I appreciate you, Miss Gigi. Thank you so very much. All right, and then on YouTube, y'all hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done so yet. Share if you haven't done so yet. Share with someone that needs to understand cryptocurrency a bit better to know when to buy, sell, or hold according to their own situation, financial situation. Also, hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and then hit the notification bell if you have not done that yet. As well as hype this video up. You can do that within the first week of it being dropped. So yeah, hype it up, hype it up, hype it up. All right. Thank you for liking the live, y'all. I appreciate you. So green means we're walking into a high confidence environment. So how do we know it's green? When we see that the DXY, okay, is down, and we have the 10-year treasury yield down, but we have the NASDAQ, QQQ is up, we have NVIDIA up, and we have positive ETF flows, then all of that tells us we're walking into a high confidence environment. Okay? People are into technology, AI, they're still excited. People are putting their money into Bitcoin. That tells us we are walking into a high confidence environment. Does everyone understand what green looks like with those 5 indicators that we went over? If you got it, give me like a green heart, green symbol, something green. If you got it, let me know in the chat by putting something green in the chat. Green flower, whatever it may be. Anything green, if y'all got it. Again, green represents the US dollar is down. Of everything, another way. That's funny. I did say something green though. Okay, I got you. I got you. So, okay. So now we understand green, what it looks like. Keep that as a note, right? So now we're going to move on to red. So what does red look like for us? Well, this is telling us, hey, we need to push pause. People not feeling it right now. You might not want to put your money into it, or you may want to consider reducing your positions depending on your situation, your goals, and all those things, right? But what does that look like with those 5 indicators we went over? So we need to see that the dollar is up, 10-year treasury is up, NASDAQ/QQQ is down, NVIDIA is down, and then there's negative ETF or Bitcoin ETF flows. Okay? That tells us that we're walking into a red environment where risk is elevated and we should not be jumping the gun to put more money into the market, okay? At that moment. So again, red looks like the dollar is up, the treasury yield is up, QQQ, NVIDIA are down, and we have negative Bitcoin ETF flows. If everyone understands the red signal, give me something red in the chat. Red heart, red circle, whatever red, the on fire emoji, right? Whatever. Give me something red in the chat. Real quick. Remy, welcome in. Happy Friday. I see you. Phoenix Rising. Another one. Okay, cool. Cool. So now that we know red, that means if it's not green, if it's not red, then it's yellow. And yellow, I see you, Miss Gigi. Then yellow just tells us we are walking into a mixed signals environment. Okay? It's all over the place. I can't make heads or tails of what's going on. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to push pause. I come back, check another time. I'll come back later. Conley, thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. All right. Does everyone understand what yellow represents? Yellow represents it's not green. It's not red. It's all over the place. Give me something yellow in the chat if you understand what the yellow signal means for us with those 5 indicators. Okay? Something yellow in the chat. Yellow heart, the sunshine emoji, something yellow. Welcome in, Chloe. Happy Friday. Hey, oh, a sunflower. Okay, I got you. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yes, I love it. I love it. All right. So now that we, okay, all right. So now that we have gone over those 4 now, I mean, those signals now with what we know, I see you. Good, good. Now we know what those signals look like, what they represent for us, what type of environment we're walking in. Okay. I want y'all to tell me, get out of that, Diesel. I want y'all to tell me which signal do we have based on the information we've gathered so far. The US dollar is down. Treasury yield is up. QQQ is QQQ was QQQ was down. NVIDIA is up, and we have negative Bitcoin ETF flows. Are we green, red, or yellow? Put the color in the chat. Are we green, red, or yellow for today's investing environment? Put the color in the chat. Lyocom, welcome in. Happy Friday. Phoenix Rising, put yellow. Another one, pick yellow. Another one, you new here. You done picked up fast. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I love it. Yellow, Miss Gigi, y'all right. That's good. That's it. That's good. That's good. Okay, so now we are all in agreement that we're walking into a mixed signals environment. So what that may look like, it's not a guarantee, but what it may look like when we open up this Bitcoin chart, okay? What have we seen? As a matter of fact, one of my battle buddies that's been here for a minute, right? What do we normally see when we open up the Bitcoin chart and we have established that it is a yellow environment? What do we normally see when we go to the Bitcoin chart? Somebody type it in the chat for me real quick. Ja Live, welcome in. Or Ja Live. Maybe it's Live. Welcome in. Happy Friday. What do we normally see? I'm gonna give y'all a minute because it may take a second to type. He would, like, I don't understand. He wait until I'm live to do all of this moving around. A kid, welcome in. Happy Friday. Any other time he'll sit down and just lay down or whatever. Phoenix Rising said we may see the Bitcoin market moving sideways. So, because Phoenix Rising has been here. Battle been here. So Battle, no, let's go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and look at Bitcoin. Okay? And I'm in agreement with you, Battle. Because every time we done this, it may move up a little bit, but overall, if you look to the left of the current candle, it's staying in a certain area. That's right, consolidation. That's right. So let's go see. We about to pull it up. We about to pull it up. Pull it up, pull it up. Okay. So, Neo don't came on. Sorry, y'all. I started singing. Okay, so we're on Bitcoin. Okay, BTC USD. We're on the dollar time. I said the dollar. Jesus, the daytime frame. Okay, we're not on a specific brokerage. We're just on crypto. Okay. Again, y'all, this is tradingview.com. For my people who do not know, TradingView is free, or you can pay for it. Pick which one you want to do. Okay, you don't have to pay for TradingView to do what I'm doing right now. All right. Yali, welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you for the follow. Barb, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay, so again, red means price is going down for my people who don't know. Green candles mean price is going up. Okay. Now, what we're looking for is we're going to look at the most current candle, and then we're going to look to the left of it to see if the market is staying in that same area. Okay. So if the candles are staying in a similar area, all right, then that tells us that we're still in that consolidation sideways movement. Okay. If it's not a massive push to the downside, like it broke some type of structure, then that means that we're in consolidation still. Okay. So, bye-bye. We are here. So this is the next candle because we're in a new trading day. Remember, cryptocurrency is 24/7. Everything else is closes. The market's closed on Friday. Okay, but cryptocurrency is 24/7. So we are now starting a new trading day with cryptocurrency. Okay, but this is Friday's trading day. So let's look to the left of Friday and this new candle right here. Let's look to the left. Price has been going down a bit, but it's still staying in this area. Everybody see this? I'm going to make it even better for you. Hold on. Let's just do this little fancy rectangle, huh? Let's do this little fancy rectangle. Well, would you look at that? Now, does that look like price is just staying in the same area, is moving sideways or what? If you disagree, by all means, chime in. But if you agree that this looks like the market is just still moving sideways, it hasn't really made a clear decision on which direction it wants to go, okay? Then give me the thumbs up. Like, yep, I see it's consolidating still, okay? If you say, no, it's not, Leona, it's clearly broken out and gone down all the way, then give me the thumbs down emoji, okay? But I just want you to look. I did a fancy little box for you to help you out, okay? Another one said, clear as day consolidation. Let's go, all right? So this is telling us when we see mixed signals, there's no massive move to the upside or downside. More than likely, it's playing in the same area that it's been in for quite some time. Okay, so we see that back in June, okay, price came, it broke to the upside. So, I mean, downside. So it broke that structure, but then it did what? Came back in here July 3rd, and it's been playing in here until it peaked out. It said peekaboo on the 21st. Okay, yeah, that is a really tiny candle. Absolutely. Yep, bottom of the box is support. Absolutely. You see it, right? So July 21st, Bitcoin said peekaboo, you know. I'm gonna psych y'all out, and then it did what? Came right on back into the same area. Okay. D, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right, so this just confirmed what we saw. When we looked at our 5 indicators, we already knew, we had an idea. It's not a confirmation until we look at the chart, but we had an idea of what type of environment we're walking into. So now let me take this off. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So now that we have looked at Bitcoin, right? We see what it's doing. So what is our decision for today? Are we going to just continue to observe the market, okay, over the weekend? Are we going to stay in prep mode? Are we going to continue to prepare? Whatever that preparation looks like for us. Remember, I went over that on Tuesday. There are multiple things that you can do to prepare to buy or sell in the market. Or are you going to execute? And if you're going to execute, what does that look like to you today? Okay. So which one, based off of what you've seen so far tonight, all right, which one are you doing? Are you continuing to observe? Give me them eyeballs in the chat. You know, the 2 little eyes, or you can type observe in the chat if that's better for you. Lionel, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay. If you're going to continue to prepare, okay, meaning study, meaning put money into your crypto exchange account, so that way, you know, if and when Bitcoin goes down to a lower price, your money is already there. Or you can even go so far as to say, no, I'm going to put it in a stable coin. Okay. So that way it's in my wallet already. And when it's time for me to buy, all I got to do is exchange that stable coin for that Bitcoin, and then I'm good to go. Okay. Or are you going to execute? That means that, hey, I am doing something. I am buying or I am selling. Okay. Or I have made the decision to do nothing. Okay. I see y'all gave me the eyeballs, like we just gonna watch this thing. We just gonna watch. That's right. Phoenix Rising went more a step further and said, yeah, I'm gonna slow my roll and observe, but I'm also gonna put some money into these stable coins. Okay. Put some money into these stable coins, so that way when Bitcoin hit the price point that I'm looking for, all I gotta do is exchange that USDC or that USDT to that BTC in my wallet. Boom, I'm good to go. I don't have to wait on Coinbase. I don't have to wait on anybody else, any other crypto exchange, because I got it in my wallet already. Okay. So here's the thing, y'all. All right. There's no right or wrong answer. It's only what you are comfortable with doing. All right. The goal for us is not to predict the market. The goal is for us to make thoughtful decisions. We need to be more intentional about how we're going to move in the market. Okay. That's it. That's all. All right. So that's all I got, y'all. If this series has helped you to think a bit differently about investing, all right, I would definitely say the next step is when we talk about learning, the next step is for you to learn how to apply this process to your own money. You can do that with a little bit of hand holding, okay, inside the Crypto Beginner Workshop. This is where we build your investing routine together. Okay. Yes, Miss Gigi, I see you. So in that Crypto Beginner Workshop, you're going to learn how to choose an exchange. We actually do comparisons between 5 different crypto exchanges, okay? Or platforms that sell Bitcoin. We also talk about how to buy your first cryptocurrency. I do a live demonstration using Coinbase as an example. Okay, so I actually purchased a small amount of Bitcoin, like $10 or so, or whatever. We talk about wallet security. So if you're like, wallet, what is this? Y'all talk about these wallets and crypto. I got you. We go over that. We talk about public versus private, who owns what. Okay. And I also do a demonstration on how to move the cryptocurrency that you have just purchased from a crypto exchange like Coinbase, which is what I use, to a hot wallet. Okay. That is one that anyone can download for free, test it out, play around, see if it's for you. If it's not, delete it and then go to another one. Okay. This is what my suggestion for beginners before you purchase a cold wallet, one where you have to go and actually do more research. Okay. So hot wallets are a really great starting point. You can play around, delete the ones you don't want to use, keep the one you want to use, and then this is your first starting point to protecting your crypto. That's right. Another one said, not your keys, not your crypto. Absolutely. Phoenix Rising said the workshop was so helpful for me. I definitely recommend it for beginners. Thank you so very much, Battle. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Thank you. So it's not just Leona saying it, okay? It's not just me saying it, right? We go over position sizing, helping you to build your own investor dashboard, helping you to create your own long-term investing plan. Okay. So if you're that person that needs a little bit more of a hands-on type of learning experience, I would love to see you in the next workshop. If you're like, Leona, when is the next one? The next one isn't until October. If you can't wait until October, y'all, you can get access to the one we just had on the 11th of this month. You can get access to that and you'll have lifetime access to that. Okay. It's only $27. If you're like, oh, $27 too much for me, well then, child, okay, go ahead. All right. I'm not here to beg you. All right. Thank you. She said she walked through the step-by-step, hands-on. That's right. Okay. But yeah, so the link for that is in my bio. It's also in the description box on YouTube. All right. This is something that you can get access to. I would suggest, because I have a boot camp coming up in September. If you are a person that is not comfortable with transferring your cryptocurrency from an exchange to a private wallet, the workshop needs to be your first step. Or you need to have done that, practice that multiple times and comfortable with it before you even sign up for the boot camp. Okay? Because the boot camp is going to now take you to the next level when it comes to building a strong, solid portfolio that you want to have. Not what Leona's saying, what you want to have. So the crypto portfolio boot camp is for people who already know how to move their crypto, made some purchases, you're a bit comfortable, but you want a real deal strategy on how to take your portfolio to the next level. All right. So I go into crypto ETFs, DeFi, all kind of stuff that you may hear people talk about here on YouTube and TikTok. I walk through the stuff. Okay. Step by step. I move pretty slow, but fast at the same time. Okay. So it's a good little balance. All right. So if you want to attend that, y'all, if you do not have the foundation stuff down, you need to attend a workshop first. At least get the on demand, go through it. If you have questions, there is an opportunity for you to set up a call with me so I can answer your questions. Okay. I got you. Yannick, I think that's how you say it. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So with that being said, one last time, y'all, we went through the headline, right? We saw that there was a cold card hardware wallet that pretty much got jacked for $38 million in Bitcoin. People lost their Bitcoin. And then we saw that, yes, that was a fact, but there was no real massive change to Bitcoin as a whole. Okay, we're not talking about price. We're talking about Bitcoin functionality, the blockchain technology. That stuff was not impacted. Nothing changed there. Okay. Then we went into our questions, fact, opinion, so on and so forth. Then we went into the 5 things: the DXY, 10-year Treasury yield, NASDAQ, specifically QQQ, NVIDIA, Bitcoin ETF flows. Then we looked at the traffic light to see what type of investing environment we're going into, as well as, boom, we decided we're in a mixed signal, looked at Bitcoin, saw that it's still playing in the same area, okay? And then some of y'all said you're just in observation mode today. So with that being said, next week is a new month, okay? Next week is a new month. Next week, Christopher said he's buying XRP. Shout out to you, Christopher. Okay? Next week, well, next month, for the month of August, we are going to talk about how do we prepare for a bull market. Back in November 2025, I did a whole masterclass, okay, on how do we prepare for a bear market. All right? So when people were like, oh, this is how we know you got a whole bear market checklist. Nicholas, welcome in. Happy Friday. You got a whole bear market checklist. So in November 2025, we went through what does Leona look for to say we are officially in a bear market. Amen. Thank you for liking the live. Okay. We went through that whole thing. Now, what we're going to do starting the month of August, we're going to talk about how do we prepare for a buying market, more specifically, bull market. Cool. So if you are that person that's like, now see, that's the type of stuff I want to talk about, then that means I need you to go ahead, put me on your calendar for Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's when we start that particular series, okay? We're doing that for the entire month of August. Brown sugar, babe. What's going on? Happy Friday. I see you. All right. So we're going to do that for the entire month of August to help y'all to prepare for a buying market. Some of the things that we can do to help us to watch our portfolio grow when that time comes. But there's some things we need to do before price starts going up. Okay? So if y'all are going to be here with me next week for that bull market, preparing for the bull market, I need you. Do they have a bull emoji? I don't know if they have a bull emoji. But if they have a bull emoji, put the bull emoji in the chat, or put the little up sign or whatever, or a thumbs up emoji in the chat, something that represents up. Okay? Put something in the chat that represents up to let me know that you're going to be here next week, because we're going to be going over how to prepare for a bull market. All right? I see you. Let's go. Come on with the bull. Let's go. I see you. Miss Gigi. All right, let's go. I love it. So listen, that's it, y'all. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Okay. God willing, we'll all see each other on Tuesday. Heads up, because school is starting. My husband's birthday is coming. I will not be live on Friday of next week. I will be live on Tuesday and Thursday next week, okay, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. So go ahead, plug me in, lock me into your phone if you're going to be here for that particular series where we're talking about preparing for a bull market, okay? Tuesday and Thursday next week, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. All right, so I'm going to leave y'all my favorite quote, and that is from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe, and he said, to start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Y'all have a great weekend, be safe, and I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Bye, y'all.